Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Chef Josh and welcome back to Littleland here in Farming Simulator 22. We are now in the month of March and heading off to the store because we are yet again getting a new trailer. Now I know last episode we traded in the cramp trailer for the class trailer that we have now, but there was a sale when I was skipping through the months to get to April that I don't think we can pass up. So I do have the class trailer attached to the class Aryan that we were using last episode because we are saying goodbye to this trailer. Thank you for a great month, but we are moving on. So what I want to do first is buy the trailer in question, which is this AgroLiner MUK 303. It can hold almost 15,000 more liters in here, especially with the root vegetable that we're planning on harvesting. I think we're going to need as much space as we can get. So this should not be a problem for our tractors to pull, especially the Massey. But we are going to go ahead and purchase this. And now we're going to go ahead and sell the class just so we know that we have it in our possession. So we will repaint it, we will repair it, and now we're going to sell it. So it basically was a wash because we just made 17 and that cost us about 17 or 18,000. So let's hook up to our new trailer, the AgroLiner. So hopefully for the harvester, it's not too tall, but it shouldn't really be a problem. So here we go, upgrading yet again. It's got the cover, which is nice. So we're gonna head back to the farm, and I do think that we can start prepping the fields for the carrots for next month. We can start planting those in April, but we do need to plow that field because it needs to be cultivated in some way before we can ridge it and then plant the carrots. So I think we're going to use the plow that we have to cultivate that field and plow it all up. But I think for now we can leave this beast of a trailer. I think we can leave it, you know what? Ooh, as I crash into the tree. I think we'll leave it right over here. Alright, so I think right there is an okay home for it. So I don't think the class should have any problems pulling this plow. If it starts having some trouble, we can bring the Massey over. I'm pretty sure the Massey is the more powerful of the two tractors. But we're going to head over to field... I always forget what the field number is. Field 29. Barley is coming in nice. We're going to have to probably spray for weeds at some point. And also, I believe that needs another coat of fertilizer. Let's just check that real quick as I keep getting sidetracked. So just this top portion needs a coat of fertilizer. But as you can see, the weeds are growing in. So we do have crop destruction turned off, I believe. So I don't think we'll have to worry about getting the narrow tires. But now let's just turn the help menu on real quick here just to make sure we're not creating new fields. No, we are not. Let's get lined up here. Alright, we can turn the help menu off. Alright, so we are plowing the field, getting it ready for ridging and eventually planting the carrots, which we'll do next month. So even if some weeds pop up, it shouldn't be a big deal. But at least we're taking care of the weeds now. Actually, since this is a plow, I think it takes care of the weeds for the for the whole season, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I also was thinking about it a little bit more, about the machinery we need to do the carrots and all that. I think we're going to go ahead and lease them this time around, because it's going to cost us a fair amount of money to get all this equipment if I buy it outright. And I think we're going to make so much off of this field. My plan is to turn all of it into soup and get that sold, so I think we're going to make a killing off of it. So I think this time we're going to lease, and then hopefully we'll have a bank account big enough where we can buy it if we decide to do it again for another round. I'm also thinking that I was taking a look around the map, and it's field 2, I believe, is pretty small. And I'm thinking instead of using any of our own land to put a factory onto, maybe we just put it onto field 2. Buy that specifically for the purpose of putting down the soup factory, but that's something that we'll look into when that time comes. But this field shouldn't take too long to get plowed, so I'm gonna hop into a quick time lapse here and get this done. So you guys are never going to believe this. I was recording, and basically right after I finished plowing this field, I lost power at my house. So I lost most of my recording after that. So we had leased the ridger and also the planter for the new root vegetables. And we had started to ridge this field here. And then the power went out, lights went out, everything went out, and I lost the recording and everything like that. So here we are at attempt number 2. Now, the only thing we did discover is that going up and down long ways, the computer got very confused. The worker didn't know what to do when it got to the trees. I'm thinking this way might be a little bit better. And I'm even thinking with the big harvester, it could be tough with all the trees at the end of the field there. So I think we are going to go ahead and go this way this time. Also, the biggest piece of sad news is that we are back to the class trailer because I lost and did not have it saved, me getting the AgriLiner trailer from earlier. So unfortunately, we are back to the class trailer. AgriLiner is no more. And here we are. So anyways, let's fire up the Massey Ferguson here. We got the weight on the front like we did before. Nope, don't want to drop down the weight. Drop down the ridger, power it up, and let's go this way with it. Now, I do want to put it on a worker just to see what they do when they get to the end of the field here. But yeah, that was super disappointing to lose all of that recording and everything. That was really, really disappointing. So, but let's see what happens when they get to the end here. Now, I know there's some traffic they got to kind of deal with. The question is, are they going to back up? So it looks like they're not going to ridge all the way to the edge, which isn't a huge problem, because I could come along and ridge the rest of that, I guess. The bigger issue is the Massey going to be able to get up this hill. So far, so good. Yeah. Alright, I think that we will let the worker continue doing their thing, and we'll see how it ends up at the end there. Maybe off camera I'll have to finish that all up like that, but alright, we'll let them do their thing. Hop out here. Now, I do want to hop into the class real quick, and before we start putting carrots in the ground, or carrot seeds rather, I did notice when I was cycling through everything that the chickens are out of food. So let's grab our trailer, grab a little bit of food for them. Well, definitely didn't park this in the best way possible. So here we go. So we are back to the class, what is it, carrot 140 TD or something like that. So, whoa. Feeling very crashy today. Alright, put a little bit of wheat in here. I don't think we have any other grain that we can give our chickens, so that's kind of a bummer. But we do have that field of barley that will be ready in a few months' time. So let's give them some food. Now let's see where they land with that. Yeah, still not in a good spot, really. And I did forget to sell the eggs. In November, I believe, was the best month. So I think we can just keep stockpiling them. But they got this cool little, like, little roost in here. So we'll just put some of these full pallets off to the side. Take them out of the trigger. So thankfully they can be picked up without any kind of super strength. Since I'm on console, I don't really have that. So we'll let that last one fill up. But let's close this. Hello, chickens. Now you have some food. Worst case scenario, might have to go buy them some food. But I think we can leave the trailer somewhere over here is fine. Worker seems to be doing a fairly good job. So I should already have this set to carrots. I do. So we'll see how they contend with that tree. It looks like there's a tree right there. Are they gonna back up all the way down the field? Nope. Alright, good, good. Alright, so let's unfold here. Drop it down. Fire it up, and there we go. We can see the ground sort of changing a color, because we are going to get that first coating of fertilizer. Beautiful. So we could, let's put this on a worker and see what they do in this scenario. Are they also going to stop there? Because even if they don't, if there's a little bit not ridge, no, they're going to stop too. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I really, really don't. So maybe just next season we've got to look at maybe a different field we can do this in. But we could always come around and fertilize whatever's missed. I think this is going to be fine. I don't see any other reason to change what we're doing here. It should be fine. So we will let them keep going. Now let's see if we have any contracts that we can pick up in the meantime. Baling. Could do this cultivating contract, field 50. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty big field. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's this one up here. You know, do we want to do that? I don't know. Fertilizing contract. So I do think we're going to do this field 48 fertilizing. We're going to use the equipment that comes with the contract, but we're not going to use that fertilizer setup that they have here that Caroline has. We're going to use our own because I want to get some liquid fertilizer for ourselves. So I'm thinking we'll have to buy it anyways, and let's see if we can make a little bit of money, even if this pays for our IBCs of it, you know? So let's do that. And let's tab over to that tractor. So let's go. We will head back to our... Now, does this tractor, though, have the front linkage? It does. So let's head back to our farm, put on the our sprayer, and I'm pretty sure we don't have any fertilizer there, but if we do, that'll be a welcome surprise, and then we can head over to field 48 and get that fertilized. So yeah, make a little bit of money, and you know, potentially even look at maybe buying another field as well. So, you know, we'll need about probably $30,000 for the leasing cost of the big harvester. But other than that, you know, I'm already planning on pulling a loan for... the... Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Pulling a loan for the new factory and then potentially the field that it's going to end up in. So let's see if we have any here. Wasn't really lined up too well. No, we don't. So let's head over to the... Let's head back to the store with our equipment, and we will get that field fertilized. So I'll see you over at the store. All right, we lined that up relatively well. So let's fire it up. So this is a pretty nice field as well. Pretty good size. Hopefully it won't take too long to get this done. And we're not really flying through the fertilizer here. So, but it should be a relatively quick $4,000. I believe it's $4,000. Alright, and there we are. Field 48 is finished. Let's turn off the sprayer. Fold it up. So here we are. Back home. Let's put this all away. What I would like to do too is, kind of off subject, is I would like to maybe get a forklift or something for the shop, so that way when we have stuff to put onto trailers, we can just use the forklift instead of having to use the you know, the modded bags. So we can actually use a machine rather than just picking it up by hand, which is pretty unrealistic. But anyways, let's hop into the contract here and we will complete it. So there we go. We got kicked out. So we ended up with 3,800. So we're back up to 94,000. And this worker is done as well. So let's see how we made out in that field when it comes to planting. So, yeah. So there it is. Field 29 planted with carrot. We still have... Now I want to empty this seed bag probably closest to our farm. Because this was leased equipment. Otherwise, I would just leave it in there. But I don't want to lose out on the seed that's in there. So let's get back to our farm here. We will unload this piece of machinery. So let's see if we can just... I think it pops out the right. So I might have to just turn the help menu on real quick, just because I don't usually unload these seeders. No, not unfold. Unload. There we go. Cool. So we can return this stuff now. Yes. Yes. Perfect. So there we go. Field 29 has been planted with carrot. And the barley is still looking good. But I think next on the agenda list would be, I'd like to bring home all the stuff that we have at the shop. Because I also want to bring home a thing of herbicide to get rid of the weeds that are in our barley field. So maybe I just go this way. So we'll turn around right here. There we go. Instead of trying to fight with these houses and all that. So instead of buying a forklift for the shop and having to deal with a bunch of math and stuff, since I don't have any way to mod the money that we have like people on PC do, I'd have to use a subsidy, the government subsidy or the municipal subsidy to just sort of get some money back. We're going to do the front load attacher. So we're going to have a front loader on this tractor. I don't see us getting rid of the Massey anytime soon, so it's okay if we invest a little bit more into it. So we'll get the front load attacher for the Massey. And now we need to buy an actual front loader. So we will get this one because I like how it's closer to the tractor, and we will get a pallet fork. There we go. So now, when we come to pick things up at the shop with the trailer, we can use the Massey to do it. I think right here would be a perfect spot for a shed. So maybe we just leave everything right here for now. Honestly, I think something like this is perfect. It's actually supposed to be for like a cow shed, but it just needs a little bit of cover. It needs to give us a little bit of cover from the rain. So I think this is absolutely fine. So I'm going to place that in. And there we go. We got a shed. So I think for now... Well, why don't we take everything off the... everything off the trailer, give it a home. Beautiful. So we got a brand new shed. We've got field 29 planted with carrot. And we did a quick contract to make a quick few bucks, which basically paid for this shed. But I do think we are going to leave it there for today. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, leaving a thumbs up is much appreciated. And if you're enjoying the content overall from the channel, please consider subscribing, as it helps all the different algorithms and just helps grow the channel. So until next time, I hope everyone out there has a fantastic day.